Hi, we are Rob and Ali, sharing with you our passion of all things cruise and travel.
We are on P&O Pacific Encounter. We have an Obstructed Oceanview cabin, 8330 on the port or left side of the ship.
Yes, this is a 3-day comedy cruise.
It is, so let's go and have a look round cabin 8330.
Okay, so this wasn't far from the lifts. This was quite conveniently situated.
It is, in actual fact. I'll just spin around here. So I don't know whether you can see this first suitcase, but just beyond the first suitcase on the left is the entrance to the lifts, the midship lifts. This is just forward of midship, this cabin. So.
First up, what I do like about these is that they are set in, which makes it nice and convenient when you come in and you want to put your bags down or you're fumbling around, that you're not actually standing in the corridor when you're getting through.
And also...
Oh, this is my favourite. Do you know, something so simple just makes your life a lot easier. And it's this little...
Chock.
Or
Chock.
Door wedge or whatever. Straight up, when we come in, on the wall here is our two cabin stewards, the guys that look after us. So we'll start off here. This is quite a nice area here where the walk-in wardrobe is. This is immediately as you step in. So it is a walk-in wardrobe, but it's just open. Lots of hangers on both sides here. And these are just the hangers you can take off. I much prefer these because it's easier to hang your stuff on, and they've got these little clips on here for your belts, or if you've got very, very long dresses that you can fold them up a little bit and clip them up so they're not trailing all over the floor. It also means that that if you want more hangers, you can ask for them and they can easily put them on. The ones that are banded round and no good. Now, the light thing, we always say it when we're on board this ship. This has a light that has a sensor. It goes off after about 12 seconds and will drive you completely insane. The floor, it's all carpeted here and it's all carpeted inside the wardrobe, which does make it quite nice for, you just pop your shoes and things down on there. A lot of area to put things away. This is quite a high shelf up here, but Robert finds it good for putting his sort of camera things and things out the way, and hats, sometimes his hats and stuff up here. I wouldn't be able to, I'm kind of average woman height, and I'd find it a bit difficult to put too much stuff up here, so that's where I tuck things away. You are given your beach towels or your pool towels in your cabin. They are here. They are up here next to your life jackets. You should check as soon as you come in that you have 2 life jackets. If there's 2 of you in the cabin, if there's more, obviously you need to make sure that there is 1 each. And that you have a towel for each person in your cabin. As you can see here, we only have 1. So we need to ask for another one because they are not available anywhere else on the ship. Let's just have a look in here. This is quite a narrow cupboard. But actually, or it looks very narrow. This is fantastic. This is great. I love this. It actually holds really quite a lot. And if you pack in cubes the way we do, you just throw your cubes in here like that and you're done. Really handy, this. Here is your safe. Robert uses this to put his car keys and things in. I tend not to use it. We don't really carry cash anymore or anything like that. It's really convenient on a ship. And I don't bring my my jewels and my tiara anymore, so I don't need to lock those away. Into the bathroom. This is really bright. I love a nice bright bathroom. I don't like moody bathrooms. They're great if you're going to have a bath, but when you want to get ready and you want to get up in the morning or get bright and wide awake, it's great to have something a little bit brighter. And this is it. Nice deep sink, lots of space either side. I'm going to sit on the loo here, and this is not to demonstrate a toilet, this is just for convenience for me, while I'm just showing you around. There's a shelf on the bottom here. You've got a bin. They no longer provide you with these extra tissues, but I did notice.
This light's gone off about 4 times while we've been doing this.
Robert's standing there filming with one hand, going like this with the other. It's doing a dance. What I did notice is they do now provide you with tissues in the main cabin.
Oh, okay.
What I love is, and you're going to find this strange, is I love that they don't actually use plastic bags in their bins, which you may find strange. But if you think of how many people are on board, or how many cabins they have on board this ship, if everybody had a plastic bag in every bathroom that gets cleaned out every day, that's a lot of plastic. So I'm quite pleased with that. They always have spare toilet rolls here, which they've got. They don't give you the soaps and the little fancy things anymore, the little bottles of shampoos and things. It's just in these big ones.
The refillable ones.
The refillables. This is perfectly adequate. I've just used that before and it was very mild. There's some hooks on the back here to hang maybe your wet gown or something, or your wet items, or just your clothes that you're going to get changed into. The towels they're quite nice. They're not too fluffy. They're nice. 2 hand towels. You might need extra towels, so you can just ask your cabin stewards for those. The shower has a shower curtain rather than the glass doorway. We don't mind the shower curtain because it means when they're very small, you can just pull the curtain back and it actually gives you a little bit more space.
Yeah, last time we were in a cabin like this, I found though that the shower itself is quite small.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's quite small.
And I tended to sort of flick the curtain out of the rim at the bottom and then end up with a big pool of water on the floor.
Yeah, so it's better to actually just move the shower curtain completely out of the way. This is fixed on the wall here, but it is quite high up. Again, I'm kind of average height, so unless you're very tall, that should be fine.
I've never had a problem with it on this ship either.
It's got complimentary body wash and conditioning shampoo. I suspect it's the same stuff in each bottle.
Yeah, yes, but I did find that shower very small. That was my one sort of like issue that I did have, was the size. Apart from this light, it was the size of the shower. Anyway, we shall move away from the light now because we shall move away from the light because it's driving me mad already.
It has a fabulous mirror on the wall here. That is a full length mirror, and it's in the corridor way here, so you can stand back and see yourself from top to bottom. Make sure you haven't got odd shoes on when you go out in the day. Ta-da! I love the size of this cabin. It's not massive. It doesn't have a sofa, but it has a nice feel to it. It's got a nice size to it. It feels like there's enough space at the bottom of the bed without being too cramped. It has a really nice feel to it. Has a nice smell to it. That's another thing. It doesn't have like a musty or an old smell. It has a very clean, fresh smell about this cabin, which I like, and it actually does look spotless. There are no scuffs and marks or anything that looks a little bit worn out about it.
Metal walls,
really nice.
Metal ceiling, great for your hooks. Your magnetic hooks.
And then this back area here is lovely with this huge mirror and a huge mirror here. And of course, it's not that I am terribly vain about all these mirrors. It's of course that it bounces off the light and it also bounces off the reflection and makes everything look more airy and bright and bigger. So as I'm saying, things don't feel cluttered and small, and it feels like you can adequately get down the side of the bed. Some cabins are very, very sort of tiny. So these are full side cabinets either side. Generous drawers. Robert will just give you a little look. So they're nice and deep. So that's not just for like your trinkets and your Bible. You can get quite a little bit more in there.
You can.
And the lamps have your charging station on them.
USB ports, yes.
The little USB port, which is very handy. I actually found that the lamp is fixed on the actual middle of that table, which I found a bit of a pain because I do like to put things on the side of my bed, like glasses and a drink and all this kind of stuff. And I found it got a little bit cluttered, but actually because it had the charging port on the top, that made up for it. So
moving on.
lots and lots, 2 lots of fluffy pillows. Absolutely hate it when you only get one measly skinny pillow. Look at that, beautiful soft bedding. This is crisp but very soft. I will do the bed test for you soon. Artwork's just nice and fresh, nothing too spectacular. Huge TV. Now, one of the first things we do when we come in is we always check that everything's working. The TV was on, so we know this works fine. And it had a good reception in here as well. That came on really well. Massive, lovely. Then we've got this refrigerator here with a nice little bar top here. This is where I said to you, you've got you got your little tissues. So you get your spring water here. This is not complimentary, you have to pay for this, but it is here just for your convenience. And if you have a package, don't take that water, go and get it fresh from the
I think
bottles.
it's only the 600ml bottles that are included.
So don't drink that as part of your package. Go, and it'll be colder and everything for you if you go and get it from the bars. The refrigerator.
Actually, here's a tip while we're talking about the water as well. And somebody mentioned this too as they came in, and they actually got charged for the 2 bottles of water there. They actually got charged for 2 bottles of water, and they said we hadn't actually used the water. And apparently what had happened is it looked like the people before had opened the water and then filled it up, used the water, filled it up from the tap. So what we'd always do now is we check that those are sealed, and if they're not, we mention it to our steward earlier on so that we don't get charged for them.
So the refrigerator, you can see that it's a fair size for all the cans that we've got in there. And I've brought our own little chocolates to put on the pillow at night. So they'll be going in there as well. Quick tip while I'm down here, leave your refrigerator door open. And I don't mean the refrigerator door, the cabinet door. It will help circulate the air and it will keep your refrigerator a lot colder. We also have in here a little table and another bin. Now we do have 2 chairs in here, and so you can move that table out. It's not terribly big, but you do have 2 chairs, so you can turn that around, the chair, bring your table over. But when you order, if you're going to order, or if you have your drinks, or if you want to order room service, even though you haven't got a balcony or a sofa or anything, you do have this little area here that's really, it's big enough for 2 of you to sit comfortably.
Now while you're there and while you're by the window, this is the obstruction that makes it an obstructed ocean view. So we're the back end of one of the lifeboats or tender craft. Let's get a little bit closer if we can see, and then we've got some of the structure over here, and above there we've got some as well. So yes, it's in fact down there we can see the deck. I think that's deck 7. Sorry, down there. There we go. That's deck 7. I was looking at the terminal.
It's not the prettiest view, but actually
it lets light in though, and that's
it does. It lets light in, and actually there is enough space between these lifeboats and things that if you're out at sea or if you're coming up to one of the islands, you've got a reasonable view, to be honest. And when you get up in the morning, that's the time when we kind of think we want a little bit of sunlight to get us
look,
to wake up.
if you want to look out and watch the world go by from your cabin, this is probably not the way to go. If you don't, I like the idea of being in a totally enclosed room without any lights whatsoever, like you get in an inside. This is an ideal in between. It's an ideal because you get lots of light in here. I'm okay with it.
So one of our lights is out here, so we're going to have to. Whoops! I've just pushed my fingers through it. We're going to have to ask to get a bulb for that. So, and then there's 3 more drawers here. Nice little dressing table. the little hairdryer there, which is kind of your standard bit of old-fashioned sort of hairdryer, but it actually does the job.
There are two 110 volt US plug sockets over there by the telephone, and there are two 240 volt Australian sockets there on the other side of the mirror. I think that's the only sockets that there are in this room.
Yeah, not a huge amount.
But you can bring power boards on here as long as they're not surge protected, or you just bring a
they are
double adapter.
Sort of under $10 from places like Bunnings or Big W and things like that.
Yeah.
Just the little cheap ones, you'll get about four extra sockets on there.
Yeah, look, always check whichever cruise line you're on, and even P&O can change the rules, so always check that you are allowed to bring one on before you actually bring one on. It's only $5 if it gets confiscated, but definitely not surge protected on any cruise ships that we know of, but P&O will allow you to bring non-surge protected power boards, which are really useful.
So what it needs...
Oh, we've got some more, sorry.
Some more from the other bedside table. What it's missing in here are the magnetic hooks and some decorations.
We will be right on that.
We need to get decorated. It's a nice, pleasant room. It's clean looking, it's fresh looking, it's got nice looking decor, and nice size. I am absolutely roasting though, I have to say, which might be a good thing because...
It is almost sail away, but there's one last thing that you need to do before sail away.
Apart from wipe my hot brow. Yes! Now, this is going to look a little bit odd because I have my power boots. Have you seen my power boots on today? I normally wear trainers, but today I have my winter boots on.
Hello. Sorry, I didn't move the camera there.
There we go. So,
like Diana Rigg from the Avengers.
There's probably not a lot of people know Diana Rigg, but I'm more than flattered to be compared to her. Anyway, I always have to do the bed test to see whether this is a bed fit for a king and queen. This is how we treat ourselves when we come away. We are king and queen for a weekend.
Because some of the beds may have been changed.
We spoil ourselves.
Yeah, some of the beds may have been changed. This might, just because we've been in another cabin on the ship, doesn't mean to say it's the same.
And just because it's 3 nights, we still expect the best.
Off we go then.
Right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's
soft as ever.
It's a cloud. It's like falling into a fluffy marshmallow.
Beautiful.
Do you know, it's got that, it's still got support underneath. These are fabulous beds, I have to say. So although they're nice and soft, they've still got the support underneath, so it's not like you're both going to roll to the middle like this or be all saggy. It's still, these are just...
Whilst we're on the subject of beds, let's have a quick look under the bed, because we always put our cases under the bed once we've emptied our cases. Let's just have a look and make sure there's room.
Are there any monsters under the bed? Let's see. Or maybe there's mouldy sandwiches or something.
Hopefully not.
Like our girls' bedroom or something. No, there we go.
Our girls' bedroom does not have mouldy sandwiches.
No, I know. They'll go mad if they've heard me say that.
All right, well, there you go. That's our cabin tour of cabin 8330.
I seem to have been on my knees about 3 times in this cabin tour this time for some reason.
Okay, we'll get up then and let's wrap this up.
Okay, so if you are thinking about coming on a cruise, definitely think about coming on this one. It's fabulous, and the cabins are beautiful.
Yeah, we've not had a problem with them.
No complaints about this.
If you found this video useful, if you've liked it, please hit like, please consider subscribing, and if you want to see more of our videos, hit the notification button. And from the P&O Pacific Encounter, for our little 3-day comedy cruise, we'll say bye for now.
Bye
and
for
we
now.
will see you in the next video.
I need a dad joke.
No.
Oh my God. We're not prepared. We should have had lots of dad jokes.
Not at this time, but keep watching the other videos and we'll put some in there.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Bye.